So now we've drawn the lines on the other eye. What I'm going to do is show you how to fill in, okay? So because it's so dominant, this brow, you can see the hairs. See, I have some hairs right in here. It's just very, very sparse. So I'm going to use an angle brush, tapered angle brush. This happens to be a MAC one. I'm going to put it in the product. I'm just going to touch it into the product once. Tap the excess off. I'm going to even pat some of the excess off on my hand. Pick it up, tap the excess, because I don't want too much product to go on. I want to introduce a spare amount of product because I want to build and I want to control, and I want this to look like, I want it to look like it grows, there's hairs growing out of my face right there, okay? So I'm going to introduce it, and again, this is the thickest area. So I want it to be the lowest point. You see how that's already starting to fill in? So again, doing that. See how there's a little bit of a hook right there? So on the other side of that, I'm just going to fill in. And again, I have this graduation, I have this line that I want to follow. So I am going to notice I'm just sort of placing the powder where the hair doesn't really exist, because if the hair is already there and it's dark enough, I certainly don't need to add more. I don't need to make that darker. I just want to add a little bit of depth and darkness to fill in where there is hair lacking. Okay, you see how that looks extremely natural? Looks like it grows out of my face, out of my head. And I'm going to add a tiny bit to my end here. Okay, just to kind of create a little bit more strength at the highest point in the arch. And I think we're done. I might add a tiny bit here. Fill this in. I know that I've got the white there, but we'll leave that there. It's fine. Now be patient with yourself when doing this, because you definitely don't want to be rushed to when you're tweezing your eyebrows. If you're putting on powder, alright, whatever, you can correct it, but not when you're pulling hairs out of your face. You definitely want to be as strategic as possible, and less is more, meaning fewer hairs is better, and just be sparing as you're taking them out. Don't get too overzealous, don't go too crazy. Stop, take a couple hairs, pull back, register what you've done, go back in, do it step by step. You will thank me in the end if you follow those rules, okay? And I'm going to add a tiny bit more here. Now this eyebrow seems to have a stronger point on it, so I don't really need to add anything there. You know, we just add where we need, and that's it. And it remains looking really natural. Okay, so I'm going to buff the white liner off here. And, well, what will remain is a nice little highlight up there, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so now I took off a little chunk there, so I'm going to go ahead with the powder again. Put it down, tap the excess, introduce a little bit. Now I'm sure you're going to want to know about color. Color, there's so many good, actually, matte color ranges. I'm sure there's many others. I just happen to know that there's a ton of great colors for MAC, and Omega's great for blondes. Coquette is a great color. This is called Sticks and Stone. It's also great. It's soft. These don't have too much yellow, too much red in them. So if you have blondie, sort of ashy colors in your hair, or and it blends so easily. These look like natural colors. Okay, so here's the brow. nice and easy. Nice and, well, it was nice and easy, but it's also nice and even, and it looks very natural, and I feel very good about it. And I hope you do too. Sorry we were interrupted. I think I'm gonna, it'd be kind of funny to leave it in. What do you think? I'll figure it out. Thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.